Aloha everyone! In this video I will be showing you, it's kind of a continuation from the last video. Basically in this video I will be showing you how to do those fun activities on NetBeans. So just a recap on what happened last video. Inside my assignments folder I got all these activities, and what I did is I opened up my command prompt and I navigated to the folder here by doing a cd and then the directory, and then I did the whole Python, I ran it, and everything basically I ran was through the command prompt. So in this video, I will be showing you how to take those activities and plug them into NetBeans. So again, let's open up NetBeans and let's go to new project. And let's go to Python project with ent. And notice the project name, I'm gonna call this activities. And notice that the project location where it's going to be saved to, it's actually going to be in the C drive, users, your computer name, documents, and under NetBeans. Now, you can definitely change this location. Like, you can put it on the desktop and save your NetBeans project, the whole NetBeans project on your desktop, or you can just keep it at the default. And notice that the project folder is going to be called activities, and it's going to be stored in NetBeans. And I'm not going to create a main file. I usually don't like to create pre-generated files unless I created a template, but maybe we'll get into that later. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hit finish. And great. So I got my NetBeans project. It's called activities. And let's go ahead and quickly navigate to that actually. So it's going to be in my documents. And NetBeans projects, and here you go. Here is my activities folder, and I'm gonna double click on it, and so basically we are inside the NetBeans project folder that's called activities. NetBeans automatically created a bunch of files for us so that it can basically run and work within the NetBeans environment. And notice that it has an NB project folder, and it got some configuration here, and we definitely don't want to mess around with that. So let's go inside the SRC folder. It's also known as the source folder. And notice that there's nothing in it, as there's nothing inside here in the screen. So we can either do different things. I can go click on the sources folder and I can create empty files, and I can say activity 1, hit finish, and I got activity 1 in here, and then here there's there's no code in here except for these comments. So I could go back to my assignments folder, I can right click on it, go to notepad, copy everything, and paste everything in here. So I could do it that way, and I can right click on here, right click on the file that I want, and I can go ahead and hit run file. And what should happen when you hit run file is this output window should pop right on up. And if it doesn't pop up for whatever reason, we want to go to the windows up here, and there should be an output window. Where is it? Oh, here it is, output. So you can use their shortcut or just click on output. And here it's obviously still running. So if I ever lose it, I accidentally exit, I'm going to go to window, and I am going to go to output. Because whenever you run something, it should go to the output window. So anyways, I got my activity 1, and my activity 1 is really short. It's just going to ask me how many times I want to see hello world. And I'm going to hit 3, and what should happen, it should just say hello world. So you guys kind of saw what the code looks like already. So take advantage of that, but that's not going to happen for these next activities. So I just showed you another one way to create files again, but I already got all these files, right? So what I can do, I can copy it here and hit copy, and I can go to my NetBeans project source folder here, which is right here, and I can hit paste. Notice I pasted right here and you automatically saw it right there. Great. So another thing we can do, I can have two of my folders open, and I can basically copy it. I can copy it a whole bunch of times. Or another way we can migrate files between like regular files and put it into NetBeans is I can select all of it and I can drag, make sure I put it in the top level, and drop. Notice I have all my files here running. Now let me open up and let me run activity 7. I'm going to hit run, and it will go to my output window, and I ran that earlier, but I don't need that anymore, so I'm going to exit. And now activity 7 is being run inside NetBeans. It's a little bit smaller, but we can always adjust the font of this if we want it to look big like the command prompt. But anyways, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. It's saying, welcome to the guessing game. To quit, type Q, enter your name. Great, so now it's asking me another question. Guess a number between 1 and 100. Notice the cursor here is blinking, yeah? Because it's waiting for user input. And what if I type in P? It catches that I didn't enter a number, great. And I'm just messing around. I mean, it should be telling me that I'm being a bad sport, but it's not. So I really don't want to go through this again because you already know what the code looks like from the other video. And I'm just going to go ahead and type in Q and end it. Oops, that actually didn't work. So I didn't consider Q there. So let me try to run this again. That wasn't supposed to happen. So now if I type in Q, it quits. Huh. Invalid literal for int. Oh yeah, okay, so, because I guess I was looking for an integer. So I got some more work to do in Activity 7 to make sure I don't have any of these unwanted errors. I mean, the program definitely worked, but it kind of threw some exceptions that I didn't catch. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go fix it. Make sure you guys do the same. Make sure that everything works well. And, take your pick. If you like the NetBeans environment, then go ahead and run your code here. And you can do the same thing. But if you like the command prompt way, then that's good too. It really doesn't matter which you choose, but please be familiar with both. Because in the end, we all should have working code that runs exactly the same for every user that runs your code. Alright, so continue working hard, and please let me know if you guys have any other questions.